I hit the record button on here and it didn't record. That's all right though. Shit happens. So let's try it again. I wanted to come and make this video with you guys. I kind of want to give you guys an update where I'm at currently. I've been gone for about 3 years now, and a lot has changed. I've moved from when I was making those videos, I was in Orlando. I stayed in Tampa for about 2.5 years, and I came back to Orlando early part of last year, and a lot has changed. So between that time, you guys probably last saw me, I was living with people. I didn't have my own place. I was doing a lot of, I was trying to make these videos, but I didn't have like good equipment or anything like that. So it was very difficult for me to do that. But let me check this camera. So I didn't have my own place, and I was kind of working low-end jobs and things like that. But a lot has changed. I've got my own place now. I have a wonderful job. I support myself. I'm doing pretty well for myself, and things have really gone up for me within this past year or so. And I ended up having to file for bankruptcy and kind of clear my credit and things like that. But in the midst, and I was unemployed. I was unemployed from January to October of 2019, which was a very, very long time to be unemployed and not make any money and depending on other people. So I went to a period to where I was staying with my dad. I was unemployed. I had to file for bankruptcy just to kind of get my credit together and things like that. So a lot has gone on within this past year or so, but I did all of it just to get where I am now. I have my own place. I'm doing well. I work from home, beautiful job. And y'all see Roscoe back there getting dog hair all over my couch, but that's okay. So this past week has been so crazy for me. And I think that, as young people, especially in this day and age, it's quite difficult for us to kind of juggle a lot of things, and focusing on us and focusing on our relationships and focusing on just how we, think about ourselves, or our mental health and the things that we do and say and things like that. So I think it's quite different when you have a revelation. And this past week, I had a revelation, and I want to kind of go through it. There's a lot of parts to it, but for one, I think I've finally been able to come to terms with being single, right? So I think I've been able to come to terms with being single. I finally became okay with it, and I'll tell my story why. So I have a friend who came over, and me and him have been talking for about a year now. And during that year period, we've been just in a talking phase, off and on. He doesn't live here, so he stays quite far. But because he doesn't live here, it is quite difficult, for us to kind of really hang out. But we haven't really established a relationship kind of like that. But this past weekend, he had some time off, and he was here, and we had a great time together. We melded pretty well, but at the same time, we're just alike. So even though we did pretty well and we're just alike, that's not a good thing sometimes, and we're very strong-minded. So therefore, it can be quite difficult when you spend a few days with somebody, you get to really realize how they are and how they interact. And I guess they do the same with you, and you kind of can set that basis on how a relationship might go just by you guys having those few days together and being in close quarters and seeing how that goes. Even though we had a great time together and things like that, we did kind of bicker back and forth a little bit. We bickered back and forth. We talked. We said some things. And it wasn't a bad argument or anything, but I just realized that I don't think I'm in a space to be able to have a relationship with somebody, and that relationship, and we live together basically. I don't think I'm there. I don't think I'm there. I won't say that I won't ever be there, but like right now in my life, it's just not ideal for me. Like, it's just not going to work. And that's okay, I guess. But it kind of made me think, like, maybe I have some things that I should work on in myself, and I think that kind of has to do with, if you guys watch any of my earlier videos, right, they're very different. I was in a different space. Fast forward 3 years and boom, I'm in my own place. I have a wonderful job. I live an okay life. You know, things could be better, but I'm surviving and doing well for myself. And I plan on, you know, doing more and better and getting things like that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I think that because I've been robbed, I wouldn't say robbed, but because I never had my own spot until this year. I've always lived with people, or I always had roommates. I think that plays a role in finding or having a relationship with someone to where they're living with you, or they're being with you for more than just, you know, you guys hanging out or just for a few days. I think that because of that, I've attached myself to my independence. I've attached myself to being alone and wanting my own place. And because of that, I don't think I'm able to welcome anyone into my place that can live with me during a relationship. I'm not saying that he will or anything. I'm just speaking in general, but I don't think that I'm in a place to where I'm able to do that. I don't think that it's just not a good place for me right now. And I guess that's okay. But I just want to know, like, how long, you know? I don't want to be that person. I already have relationship problems as it is. I've been single for probably 3 years now. And I want a relationship with somebody. I do. But I just don't think that, maybe I just haven't met the right person to make me feel like they can live with me or be with me, or we can be together consistently. I just don't think that, or maybe I haven't, or maybe it's me. Who knows? It could be it could honestly all be me. But I don't know, guys. That was just one part of my revelation that I had this week, and I think, I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I don't know what to make of it. I'm honestly, I think I'm ready for a relationship, but then again, I don't think I'm ready for a relationship. You know, I just want to have, ideally, I honestly just want to have that one person that I go to, or that we just hang out and we do shit together, and we have fun. We have amazing sex, and we hang out and we build upon that. It's nothing weird about it. You know, that's what I want. Like, I want to have that person to where, like, we hang out and we do amazing things together and build up on each other and let it blossom into something. That'd be ideal. But how do you get there? I've been going on three years now single. Hell, I've seen people, I mean, I ain't the cutest person in the world, but I ain't that ugly. I might be, you know, I can lose some weight, shit. But I just feel as though I know there's not much, you know, that I can really do at this point. I just gotta let it just kind of take its toll and be what it is and kind of live with it. But I don't know. I know I'm all over the place, but it's you guys have to understand, like, it's been such a self-discovery week for me. It's been such a self-discovery week, in that I figured out a lot of things about myself that I didn't know. And for one, I figured out that I can't live with people, or I don't think that I've met the right person to do that at this point in time in my life. On social media, if you follow my social media, things are very well. You know, I live a decent life. I travel quite often. About every 2 months or so, I'll be going someplace or going somewhere. That's usually how it's been going this year, even during COVID. You know, I travel. I enjoy the luxuries of life when I can. But for the most part, I am home. I have a decent looking apartment in which I will be making an apartment tour video very soon. But I think that because of that, I've heard that people judge me on that. People look from the outside and say, oh, well, he looked like he got it all together, so how do I even measure up to that? So I'm not even gonna talk to him. I've literally had guys tell me that they have not talked to me or won't talk to me because I intimidate them, or they felt as though they couldn't match my lifestyle or be better. And that is the dumbest fucking excuse to me. Like, I don't understand that at all. I really don't. I don't understand how could you as a man feel uncomfortable around somebody. You don't talk to somebody because you can't do better, or you think that instead of talking to them and finding out if they're a good person and their personality and getting to know them, you're worried about if you make more money than them or not. You know, like, that's so crazy to me. And you guys would be so shocked to realize that how many times I've been told that. How many times I've been told that, oh, I can't talk to you, or I won't talk to you, or you intimidate me, or you make me feel this way. You know, even like I had a guy over, you know, he spent the night, or we were just hanging out, and I was working at my desk, and I had a meeting, and he was like, he was just telling me like how we got into the conversation about A, how I intimidate him a little bit, and B, how when I step into a room or even like in my meeting, I demanded attention and people just gravitated towards me. And I'm just like, how is that even a problem? Like, why is that even a conversation? Like, why do you feel to even need the need to even bring that up? You know, like, I don't know. Like, it was weird to me, and I just didn't know how to receive that. So I honestly think that, I guess I have to up my standards a little bit, because the guys that I talk to now, and I try to be nice and cool with everybody and get to know people no matter what kind of job they work, how much money they make, you know, that shit doesn't really matter to me. But apparently I gotta start, because these people that I fool with now or talk to now are literally scared of me for some ridiculous reason that I can't help. And I'm not going to change it, because I'm not going to change who I am, you know, just to lower myself just for them. I didn't mean it like that, but unfortunately that's just what it is. So I guess I have to change the type of caliber of man that I meet if I'm ready to move on and have that type of relationship that I want. And getting to know somebody and getting to that talking phase. A lot of factors that play into, I think, why I'm single and why I continue to be single. And do I think, and I'll be quite frank with y'all, do I think my looks probably have a lot to do? Not a lot, but maybe a small percentage to do with it, probably. Yeah, think boys don't get a lot of love, and I can lose some weight. I know that. I'm not stupid. You know, you gotta have a chiseled body. You gotta have, or be skinny, or not skinny, but you know, you gotta look like somebody if you want attraction, especially in the gay world. So, I mean, I get it. It's difficult, but I just feel as though this week has just been really like an answer to everything that I just said. Like, I probably just need to take some time for myself and continue to just, even though for the past 3 or 4 years, I felt as though I've been taking time for myself, but I guess not. I guess I haven't, you know? I guess I haven't taken that much time to really get to know me, you know. And so the second revelation that I came up with this week was that I hide a lot of my feelings. I hide a lot of my feelings. I say things, I don't say things when I should say things. And I haven't been very truthful with myself in regards to my emotions. There are conversations that I should have had myself that I didn't. And I think we all should go through that part in life to where we do like a self-evaluation. You know, we say, hey, maybe you do need, you know, you're not good at this, or maybe your emotions are wrong, or maybe you shouldn't feel this way, or maybe you need to change this about yourself. You know, not for other people, but for the betterment of you, you know, so you can get through life. And I've always had this notion of that, oh, I know I don't need a therapist. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't need none of that. But honestly, I'm thinking about going to talk to a therapist because I really believe that I need to get out a lot of emotions that I have. I think it'd just be a good idea for me to just kind of talk those issues out and do those type of things, and I don't know, maybe just kind of get it all out. But I think that I'm happy about this road I'm going through. I'm happy about what's going on and what's happening. I think I'm going to be in a new space. I'm maturing, I'm growing, and I want you guys to kind of tell me, like, give me feedback. Have you been through this? What have you kind of discovered in your process in doing all of this? And let me know so I can kind of, you know, take it and maybe I can apply some feedback and thought process to my life. So who knows? But not a long video, but not a short one. My next video, I'm going to really go in depth and talk about why I'm single. I did hit it here a little bit, but we're going to talk about it a little bit more. But like and subscribe. I hope you guys liked the video. I'm going to try to create better, bigger content for you guys. And like I said, like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at HIMINTHETESLA and Twitter at HIMINTHETESLA. I'm gonna tell y'all now, my Twitter is not safe for work. So if you don't like it, that type of thing, then stay away from that. But everything else, follow me at HIMINTHETESLA. Peace.